Jada is back at it here to give everyone another Chicago Cubs related video, as well as talking about some Major League Baseball offseason news. So, as I've stated in previous videos, the Chicago Cubs have had a pretty lackluster offseason. They've let guys like Kyle Schwarber, John Lester, Jose Quintana sign with other clubs, and then they also let guys, or traded guys, I should say, like Victor Caratini and Hugh Darvish for not the best package of players based on the contract that that player has. They should have got higher rated prospects. But hey, they do have potential. But then today, now it's not 100% official, and none of the things I'm talking about in this video are going to be 100% official, but they're getting close. So the Cubs actually signed Joc Pederson today, who's probably a minor upgrade of Kyle Schwarber in terms of defensive metrics. I don't know if he has a better arm than Schwarber. That remains to be seen, and he probably will produce the same numbers at the plate, hit in the low 200s and hit 40 home runs. Bat really good against right-handers. We'll see what he can do against left-handed pitching. I'm a little surprised by this deal because the Cubs weren't spending any money, and all of a sudden they signed a guy to I don't remember, was it $7 million contract? I don't remember the exact stats, but I mean, if they're going to spend that money, in my opinion, I would have rather had a more complete player. I would have signed Eddie Rosario, formerly of the Minnesota Twins, who just signed with the Cleveland Indians. Again, I'm not sure if that's 100% official yet. For relatively the same deal, I think actually even less, maybe more. I don't remember exactly what the terms of the contract were, but it was a 1 year deal. So, I mean, I'm happy with Joc Pederson. That basically fills the hole in left field. I would have preferred a guy that gets on base more and has better baseball fundamentals than a guy that just hits swings for home runs. But I don't know who's going to be on this team come opening day. We might trade some guys away and build a better ball club for the future, because I've always been a firm believer that we need a more well-rounded team. It's crazy that we won the World Series in 2016, but I'm glad Jed Hoyer did something. I'm glad Tom Rickett spent the money, but we need more than that. Hey, you know what? Maybe the Cubs let Darvish go because he was 34, and they'd rather have a guy like Trevor Bauer sign him to a 6-year contract and build from there. Who knows what they're going to do? I would love if they brought Jake Arrieta back on a 1 year, maybe a 2 year deal, but really low deal, like, I don't know, 2 years, 10 million, 12 million at most. I don't know if he's even worth 6 million a season. We might have to do a 1 year, like 2.5 million or something like that. But it's worth, I think Arrieta might be a guy that could do good in the bullpen even. But we'll see what happens with this club. I think there's a good chance he does come back, possibly. It depends on what his mindset are and how annoyed he is with the ownership over not signing him, a couple of years ago when he was a free agent. But we'll see what happens with that. And then other big news today that broke. Again, it's not 100% official, but the St. Louis Cardinals apparently have acquired Nolan Arenado from the Colorado Rockies for basically nothing. And the Rockies are paying a lot of that contract and getting like their 9th rated prospect. Based on what I've heard right now, again, it's not official. So the Cardinals are going to have some solid infielders, Goldschmidt and Arenado. And I wish the Cubs would have got Arenado, actually. I would have loved to see them move Bryant and somebody else to the Rockies for Arenado, because I think he's really good with the glove and the bat. Although Bryant's a little underrated with the glove. He's not terrible, but, if he's going to leave, might as well get something for him anyway. And Nolan Arenado is arguably the best third baseman in baseball, or one of the best. So we'll see what happens with that. So that's the big news. And I did mention that Eddie Rosario signed with the Indians. I think that's going to be a good move. I think he's a really good player, and I would have really liked the Cubs to have signed him even before the Joc Pederson stuff. I was hoping they'd give him a flyer. Depending on how many left-handed bats they have in their lineup, you've got Happ and Hayward in the outfield, Rizzo at first. I'm sure somebody else will bat left-handed. It would have been nice to maybe get more righties in that lineup. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Cubs. It's pretty crazy right now with moves. We didn't have any moves for a long time, and all of a sudden, teams are starting to make moves. So that's all I got for you this evening. If you're a fan of the Chicago Cubs, or if you like Major League Baseball, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me a comment about your thoughts. You can talk about guys who you want teams to sign, talk about players that you want teams to trade, undervalued, overvalued players, and of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.